Hello, sweet friends. So I've been thinking a lot about how do we prepare something for a year? You know, when I was doing that garlic scape video, I'm like, okay, so what would that look like? Do I have enough garlic scapes to last a year? But what does that even mean? And I think it just means having a supply that you can reach into for the year. It doesn't mean that that supply has to last the entire year. So when I was thinking about this, I thought, okay, well, what if I had this twice a month? What if I made this twice a month? That seems pretty reasonable, right? And so I ended up, this will end up being about 32 servings. So that is very generous. I can share some. And then if we end up using it more because we love it so much, then I can just make another batch. And then I have plenty of ingredients that I'll be able to make some jars of this up and put a little tag on with the recipe. Like, this is how you make dairy-free ranch dressing using this powder. And I think that will be a beautiful gift. So hopefully that will happen for Christmas this year. And, you know, just thinking about, like, when I order these spices in bulk, I'm prepared for a really long time. They're all organic. I can take individual parts of them out and store them in jars, label them, and then when those jars run out, I can refill them again from my stores. It's just economical. And like I said, I can grow most of this stuff myself now, but I haven't always been able to do that. Now I have a dehydrator, so it makes that process very easy. Now I can dry a ton of chives. Before it was a little bit more difficult. It was easier for me to just store those chopped up and frozen because it's not quite the same when you dry herbs, air dry, when you want that really crisp herb. I love them for teas. I love them for a lot of things. For cooking, it can be a little more tricky. So whether you order them, whether you grow them yourselves, it doesn't matter. But this is such a fast, I mean, that literally took me a minute, maybe, to put together. And we're gonna go and I'm gonna have this for dinner tonight. And I'll also show you the dressing. All right, so let's put together the powder mix. So we are gonna do 3 cups of dried parsley. I have a ½ cup measuring cup. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the bulk of it. And then everything else is a cup. And then we can, of course, go back and just adjust based on what we like, our preferences. So that was a cup of chives. A cup of dill. Quite fill that one up. To me, this is the most important ingredient in ranch dressing. A cup of garlic powder. Now, all these ingredients I could absolutely make myself over time. I had ordered this during the winter because I was planning on making this for Christmas gifts, and I never did. So I happen to have all the ingredients, but going forward, I'll certainly try to make it myself, but you don't have to. A cup of onion powder. Oof. I'm inhaling it. Okay, and then we've got salt and pepper. I'm gonna start with a 1/4 cup. I don't want to overdo it. We can always add more. And I'll adjust the recipe if we need more. 1/4 cup of black pepper. And honestly, that's it. It's that simple. Give it a nice mix. Try not to inhale it. So I'll work on that a little bit more, getting it together, but I'm gonna do about a 1/4 cup per serving, mixed with between 2/3 a cup and a cup of a really good like Vegenaise mayonnaise, something really good like grapeseed oil, Vegenaise, and a little bit of lemon juice, and that will create a beautiful dressing. So this will get stored in jars, and you'll probably need to shake it up a bit before you take out your serving because the little powder is going to sink to the bottom a little bit. Can you believe how easy that was? Now I can have ranch dressing anytime I please. I have a cup of mayonnaise in here, and I'm going to just add maybe I'll add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then I'm going to give this a good mix, and we'll add about a 1/4 cup. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of lemon juice. See if I can get things moving. All right, I got to taste it. It's good. More lemon and maybe more pepper. All right, I'm gonna thin it. I'm gonna add some water. I don't know how much that was, maybe a tablespoon or 2. Use an immersion blender, don't do this foolishness that I'm doing right now. Just put everything in a little jar. Get your immersion blender. Or if you have like a bullet blender or something like that. Okay, one more taste. It was really good. I am digging the amount of lemon. That may not be everybody's cup of tea. I love the lemon. It's salty, but mayonnaise is really salty. So I'm wondering if you could cut back on that salt a little bit if you needed to. I like the idea of a little more pepper to spice it up a little bit. But again, not everybody is gonna have that taste. So I think this is where it kind of comes into play, where you get to design it a little bit more. But look at that. That's pretty cool, huh? Some homemade dressing. I ended up adding about 4 tablespoons of lemon, probably a couple tablespoons of water to thin it. So you're gonna thin it to the consistency that you like. If you want it thicker, don't add any of that water. And then I think that this is probably one of those things that tastes better if you let it sit for a little bit. So I'll be letting this sit, and then we're gonna have a tuna salad for dinner. And then I'm also gonna be using this on a taco salad because we always use ranch dressing on taco salad. Hope you enjoyed. I hope this was fun and inspires you to make a big batch of something, prepare something long-term, get it in a jar in your pantry, and then just offer yourself so much ease when you go to make a meal. I think you'll love it. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.